we present the Grumbleweeds. Carl, Graham, Morris and Robin in Face the Music.
Is there any more coffee in that pot, Frida?
Is that what it is? I was thinking of painting the back fence with it.
Oh, I can't cope. I do my best, and what do I get? Complaints, complaints, flipping plaints.
I'm not flipping plaining, Frida. I think it's lovely coffee.
And so do I.
With the stuff I have in that kitchen, I wonder the flipping coffee don't taste like tomato soup.
Why's that, old lass?
'Cause I made cocoa.
You know, I thought you had.
How did you know that?
'Cause it tastes like gravy. Frida's coffee always tastes like gravy when she's made it with cocoa.
Oh, why won't somebody take me away? I just can't cope.
Now, don't upset yourself, Frida.
Upset myself? Upset myself? You must be joking. How would you like to have to cook your lunch in that kitchen? There ain't enough room to swing a cat round.
We're not having cat for lunch, are we?
Oh, somebody please have me put away. I can't cope.
Poor old Frida.
What are you talking about? It's a wonder we're all still alive with her cooking.
Yeah, I must admit that meal she made yesterday wasn't as nice as it could have been. She said it was shepherd's pie.
Yeah, and I think half a dozen sheep had walked through the bit I had.
Well, I suppose it would help if she'd some better equipment to cook on, like.
Of course it wouldn't.
How do you know?
Because we've tried it. Last Christmas, we bought her an electric kettle.
Oh, aye.
And what did she do?
She made custard in it.
Hey, that's funny, that is. Half a dozen sheep would walk through the bit.
I wonder how long Uncle Rubbish is going to be.
About 5'3".
Hey, that's brilliant, that is. She made custard in it.
Where's the old fool gone?
He went with Ernest and Geoffrey to a flea market.
What did he want to buy some fleas for?
You Pike and Grimshaw. They don't sell fleas at a flea market. In fact, they sell anything but fleas at a flea market.
He loves rummaging around in old market stores and second-hand shops, does Uncle Rubbish. I bet he comes home with a right load of bric-a-brac.
Ah, they sell bricks at a flea market, do they? So why don't they call it a brick market?
Just belt up, Grimshaw.
They're back. They're outside unloading the car. I've never seen a bigger pile of rubbish in all my life.
And that's only the car.
There's 2 tin baths, 3 enamel buckets, an old-fashioned mangle, and that's only on the roof rack.
He gets right up my nose, Rubbish does. You can't move in this house for useless garbage, and now he's bringing in another load.
It's his little quirk, Uncle Nasty.
I'll quirk him.
And sticking out of one of the enamel buckets is a stuffed squirrel. I bet that's full of fleas.
You see? I knew you could get fleas at a flea market. See?
Well, if he thinks that mangle's coming in my kitchen, he can think again. Oh, I can't cope.
I wonder what he wants a mangle for.
What does he want 2 tin baths for? 3 enamel buckets and a rotten stuffed squirrel.
Like that face says, it's his little quirk.
He's here. Hello, Uncle Rubbish.
Hello, everybody. Wait till you see what I've picked up at the flea market.
We've heard 2 tin baths, 3 enamel buckets and an old mangle and a rotten stuffed squirrel.
Oh, that's only part of it. Hey, Ratface, do you remember that old stirrup pump I had that I broke?
I do, old Gaffer, yeah.
Well, I've got another.
I've heard it all now. What do you want a stirrup pump for?
You never know when you might need a stirrup pump.
What else have you got, Uncle Rubbish?
Well, this'll interest you. A railway timetable for 1956.
That's it, it's a flipping madhouse. What possessed you to buy a railway timetable for 1956?
You never know when you might need a railway timetable for 1956.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, some of the trains in it might still be running late.
And what's in this old cardboard box, old lad?
3 jigsaws.
Well, there's only 1 box.
I know. There's 3 jigsaws all in 1 box.
What are they of?
I don't know. There's no pictures with them. What a challenge.
What a wally.
But just look at this.
What is it, old lad?
A tin of gramophone needles.
Oh, no.
I've been looking for some needles for my old gramophone for years. I'll be able to get it up out at cellar now, and tonight we can have a musical evening.
Hey, I think that's fantastic.
I've got all the classics.
What will it be then, old gaffer? Sir Thomas Beecham and the London Philharmonic, or Sir Malcolm Sargent and the Huddersfield Choral Society?
No, George Formby and his ukulele.
Is anybody interested in having some lunch?
Who's cooked it?
I have.
Forget it.
What is it, Freda?
Well, it started out as spaghetti bolognese.
Well, what's it ended up as?
I haven't looked for 3 hours.
I think I'll give it a miss, Freda.
So will I. I'll go down to the cellar to sort out my old wind-up gramophone for tonight's recycle. I'll see you all later.
What do you suggest to do with this food?
Freeze it.
Then what?
Use it as a doorstop.
Oh, I can't cope.
Oh, no. Tom and Jerry.
Oh, never mind, Tom and Jerry. Never mind all that. Just look what me and Geoffrey bought at that flea market.
Yes, just look at this.
What is it?
What is it?
What is it?
What is it?
Yeah, what is it?
Tell him, Geoffrey.
I will, Ernest, I will. It's a flower press.
Oh,
A flower press.
you don't press flour, you sieve it.
No, Wilfred, no, not flour. Flowers. It's for like pressing flowers.
Ah. What for?
Well, you press them flat so you can make pictures out of them.
And bookmark.
Exactly, yes. Yes, bookmarks.
So, me and Ernest are going out to pick some wild flowers, aren't we, Ernest?
We are, Geoffrey. The wilder the better.
Yes. And if we can't find any that are really wild, we'll just have to make do with some that are a bit furious. Oh, Ernest.
What?
We must press some pansy.
Oh, yes, we must. Oh, yes. We must, yes.
There's nothing looks nicer on a bookmark than a pressed pansy. What is it that nothing looks nicer than on a bookmark?
A pressed pansy.
A pressed pansy. Yes, pansy.
And we should know we've pressed hundreds.
Yes.
Well, for crying out loud, get off and give us a bit of peace.
Right, Ernest, let's launch ourselves on Mother Nature. You never know, we might spot a rare lily.
Or even better, we might spot a common friend.
What a pair of wallies.
I think that flower press is fantastic. How does it work?
Give us your head, I'll show you.
I hope it's Fred Fibber.
Oh, for crying out loud.
All right, lads.
My word, Fred, you look sunburnt.
I should do. Me and our Eden have just rowed across Atlantic.
Why do you have to do that, Fred, when you've got your own private yacht?
Well, it broke down just outside New York, so I says to our Enid, Enid, old lass, there's only one thing for it. We'll blow up our Trevor's rubber dinghy and row across. So we did.
So you've left your yacht in America?
Course not. We fastened it to back at rubber dinghy and towed it behind us.
You are a liar, Fibber.
I'm telling you, pal. Look at these blisters on my hands. How do you think I got them? Peeling potatoes?
Well, I've every admiration for you, Fred. I don't know how you do it.
When you've climbed North Face at Eiger with a broken leg and your arm in a sling, rowing across Atlantic's easy. Any road, where's told fella today?
He's in cellar, Fred. He's trying to get his old wind-up gramophone to work.
Wind up gramophone, eh? Do you know?
Here it comes.
I used to have about 12 of them.
I think that's fantastic.
Anyway, Fred, if we can get it going, we're having a bit of a musical evening tonight, you see. It'd be great if you could join us. Uncle Rubbish is going to play his George Formby records.
What a coincidence.
What do you mean, Fred?
George Formby.
What about him?
What about him? It was only me that wrote all songs for him.
Just pack it in, Fibber. I'm not having
I'm
that.
telling you, I wrote them all, I did.
Like which, for instance?
Leaning on a bus stop. I wrote that.
I don't remember George Formby singing that one.
Of course you don't, 'cause he altered words, didn't he? He sang Leaning on a Lamppost. But I still think my original idea worked best. I'm leaning on a bus stop at the corner of the street in case a 37-8 Bradford via Ekman Wagon Conkeaton comes by. Brilliant, them words were.
Oh, why did he alter them, Fred?
No idea. He did same with that other one I gave him. When I'm cleaning drains out. Fantastic lyrics, them was. Oh, it's a job that just suits me. Chief Sanitary Inspector with special responsibilities for sewage and drainage you would be. If you could see what I can see when I'm cleaning drains out.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah. But he altered it to cleaning windows, so I thought, right, George, I'm bad enough. So I packed in writing his songs, and I wrote Sound of Music instead.
I don't know how you do it, Fred.
I suppose it's a gift. Anyway, I can't hang around here all day. I've got work to do.
So you won't be coming tonight for this musical evening, then?
Afraid not. I'll be having my own musical evening tonight, pal. London Symphony Orchestra coming round to our house to rehearse for last night at proms. I'll have to go and help Irene if we're making them potted meat sandwiches for lads. I'll see you later. Ta-ra, lad.
Yeah, Fred.
He wants putting away, does Fred Fibber.
I like him.
Ah, so do I. Hey up, it's Uncle Rubbish. Now then, lad, how's the old gramophone?
It's like new, Ratface. I've cleaned it up and I've polished it up and I've oiled its workings and tried it out and it's fantastic. You can keep your modern new-fangled stereo systems. You just give me an old wind-up gramophone, a tin of needles and a few records and I'm as happy as the day is long.
I'm really looking forward to hearing your George Formby records, Uncle Rubbish.
Wilfred, lad, when I put them on tonight, you just sit back, close your eyes and just listen in wonderment to a quality of sound unsurpassed in its brilliance. From a piece of equipment over 60 years old, you'll say, I've never heard anything like it. Just listen to that. Ain't it wonderful? Can't you honestly say you've never heard anything like it in your life, Wilfred?
Yeah, I can honestly say that. In fact, I will. I've honestly never heard anything like it in my life.
For crying out loud, Rubbish, switch the wrong thing off.
It's beautiful.
It's garbage.
Just listen to them words.
Words? You can't hear the flipping words. It sounds like a strangled cat in a thunderstorm.
What do you think, Ratface?
Well, now, lad, I must say, after an hour and a half, I wouldn't mind a change.
Right, I'll put a different one on then.
Actually, Uncle Rubbish, when Ratface said he wouldn't mind a change, he didn't mean he wanted another record on.
Exactly. Aye. You explain, Wilfred.
Yeah, I will, you see. I mean, if you was to change like Ratface wanted, he wanted it because he wanted something different to what he was having when he was fed up of having what he was having when he was having it. If he hadn't been having what he was having when he was having it, there'd be nothing to get fed up of having because he wasn't having it. But, and I think this is the most important bit.
What?
I've forgotten what the question was.
No, Gaffer, you see, it's lovely music, like, it's beautiful. I just felt that the same record over and over again 27 times was a bit much.
It's a good point, Ratface. I'll turn it over. Here we go.
That's it, Rubbish. I'm going out.
Hey, I like this bit. This is good. I think this is fantastic.
The flipping motor's running down your barn pot.
It needs the handle winding. Well, the handle.
Come here, I'll wind it for you. Oh dear, what a shame. I've accidentally broken the spring. Now we'll never be able to hear your wonderful gramophone again.
Oh, no, Uncle Nasty. What have you done?
I've broken your spring. It's gone, finished, kaput. You can whine as long as you want. You'll never get that monstrosity working again, ever.
60 years that old gramophone's been in the Rubbish family.
Nay, no, don't get upset, old lad.
Have you any idea of the hours of pleasure that represents? We rubbishes have always been simple people who ask for nothing more than simple pleasures.
I know, we understand, old gaffer.
It's only a rotten old battered wind-up gramophone.
It's the end of an era. When I was a little boy, my mummy used to bring that gramophone into my bedroom to get me to go to sleep.
Once you do, drop it on your head.
You never know, old lad. You might be able to get it mended.
No, Ratface. They aren't the craftsmen about anymore. All I can do now is dig an hole in the garden and bury it.
Well, dig a big one and get him with it.
You think that's clever, don't you, Uncle Nasty, to ridicule an old man whose only pleasure in life is to cling to the remnants of the past? Well, you might as well know. I'm made of strong stuff. And I'm going to search every junk shop in this area until I find another. And find another I will.
Has Uncle Rubbish come back yet, Wilfred?
Yeah?
How's he gone on then?
Oh, it's tragic. He's trailed round over 30 second-hand shops today.
And no luck?
Yeah, that's why it's tragic. In the very last shop was a wind-up gramophone exactly like his old one. A replica.
Well, that's marvellous.
It isn't.
Why, lad?
He will need £500 for it. He said that model was a collector's item.
Well, Uncle Rubbish hasn't got that kind of money, so how's he taking it like?
Oh, I've never seen him as upset.
He'll be a broken man. He loved that wind-up gramophone. It was like a link with a bygone era.
Yeah. It also reminded him of the past.
That's the same thing, you white.
It's all your fault, Uncle Nasty. It was a cruel and heartless thing to do. Inside that old gramophone were wrapped up all his deepest and most cherished memories.
Yeah. It also reminded him of the past.
Pack it in, it serves him right. Boring us to death for hours on end with his stupid George Formby records.
He's an old man, Uncle Nasty. A kind old man. And you should show a bit of tolerance towards people like that. They've nothing to look forward to like younger people. All they can do is look back, and that gramophone was his way of reliving a previous existence.
Yeah. It also reminds him of the past.
I mean, least you could do is apologise to him.
No way, as far as I can see, I've done us all a big service. We'd have been listening to them records non-stop for days.
Tolerance, Uncle Nasty. Tolerance.
Hey, look who's coming up the drive. It's Mr. and Mrs. Amnesia.
Well, that's me finished. I might as well stick my head up the chimney and talk to myself.
Ah, the amnesians aren't all that bad.
Not that bad, they're balmy. They can't remember anything. They don't even know what day it is.
Well, I like them. I'll let them in.
Be nice to him, Uncle Nasty. You'll be old yourself one day, and your memory might go.
If I end up like these two barn pots, you can have me put away.
Come in, Mr. and Mrs. Amnesia. It's nice to see you. How are you keeping?
Oh, very well, dear. In fact, we're feeling on top of the, oh, dear. Cecil?
What, dear?
Help me, I'm just saying, we're feeling on top of the,
On the top of the wardrobe, dear?
No, dear, no. On
No.
top of the,
On top of the town hall flagpole.
No, Cecil, it's the same feeling that we felt when we were on that Mediterranean cruise.
Oh, yes, dear. Sick.
No, Cecil, on top of the world. That's it, on top of the world.
We didn't go on a cruise on top of the world, dear.
I've had enough already.
Tolerance, Uncle Nasty.
Anyway, what can we do for you?
We wondered if somebody could come round and mend our, oh, dear.
Yes,
Cecil knows. You push it about. What is it we push about, dear?
Your mother, dear.
No, Cecil. It's old and rusty, and we've had it for years. It lives in the garden shed, propped up behind the lawnmower.
Your mother, dear.
Cecil, it weighs a ton. We use it to flatten the lawn.
I keep telling you, your mother.
Do you mean the garden roller, Mrs. Amnesia?
That's it. The garden roller. It's the garden roller, Cecil.
What is, dear?
The garden roller is.
What about it, dear?
It's broken.
I know it's broken.
Well, why didn't you say so when I asked you?
I couldn't get a word in. You kept going on about your mother.
Don't worry, Mrs. Amnesia. Uncle Nasty'll come round and mend it for you.
If I get that garden roller in my hands, I'm likely to flatten more than the flipping lawn.
Ah, it's Uncle Rubbish.
Come in, old lad. Mr. and Mrs. Amnesia have called round. Have you got over it?
I don't think I'll ever get over it, Ratface.
Uncle Rubbish's old wind-up gramophone's broken, Mrs. Amnesia. After 60 years.
Oh, that's very upsetting. Mind you, we had a bit of bad news today, didn't we, Cecil?
What, dear?
I said we've had some bad
Tomatoes?
Bad news. Cecil's sister rang us up to tell her husband was in bed with, now help me, Cecil. Your brother-in-law's in bed with,
The cleaning lady?
No, dear, no, food poisoning, that's it. Apparently, he ate he ate, oh dear, Cecil, what did he eat?
I can't remember, dear.
Yes, you can, it's what the vicar likes.
Oh, the cub mistress.
No, Cecil, it's hot and spicy, and afterwards you feel a glow all over.
Yes, that's right, it's the cub mistress.
You don't mean curry, do you?
No, her name's not Kerry, no. What's her name, dear?
Who?
The cub mistress.
Why do you want to know her name?
So we can send her a get well card.
Why? What's wrong with her?
Well, you just told us she's got food poisoning while my brother-in-law was in bed with the vicar.
Does anybody want any lunch?
What is it?
Burnt.
Forget it.
I'm starving, Frida.
Do you know, Frida Nattercan, you're as useless as a chocolate fireguard. Will the day ever come when you open that door and say, I've got something in the kitchen that'll drive you to distraction, a delicacy that's tempting, exciting and satisfying, a delight that once you've tasted, you'll remember forever?
Oh, has the cub mistress arrived?
Was that the postman, Wilfred?
Yeah,
What is it, old lad?
it's a special delivery letter. I had to sign my name for it.
That must have taxed your brain.
It looks very important. Who's it addressed to?
Uncle Rubbish?
Oh, I'll give him a shout. Uncle Rubbish, have you got a minute?
I wonder what it is, Uncle Nasty.
With a bit of luck, he's calling up papers.
Come in here, old lad.
I was just looking at one of my George Formby records. I was wondering if I ran round it with a needle in my hand, if I could get a tune out of it.
There's a special delivery letter for you.
For me?
Aye, it looks important, old lad. Hey, open it up and let's see who it's from.
Oh, it's from McWeird, and McStrange. Solicitors.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Dear sir, you will no doubt be upset to learn of the death of your great Uncle Angus. Oh dear, poor Uncle Angus. I haven't seen him for donkey's years, you know. I didn't know he was still alive.
Ian?
You know what I mean. As your great Uncle Angus's solicitor, I have to tell you that his will is being read on Thursday afternoon in my office. I know your great Uncle Angus was very fond of you and suggest you make the journey, which I know will be to your benefit.
Hey, I think that's fantastic.
Brilliant, old lad. Hey, this is your dream answered.
Yeah?
All you want is £500 and that wind-up gramophone in that antique shop is yours.
It's even better than that, Ratface. It was my great Uncle Angus McRubbish who gave me my interest in old wind-up gramophones in the first place. He collects them. He has about 18.
Hey, that's brilliant.
I don't believe it.
Hey, just think, old lad. He might have left them all to you. All 18.
Yeah.
I feel ill at the thought.
Poor Uncle Angus.
Can you imagine 18 George Formby records all on at once?
I wonder what he died of.
Shattered eardrums.
He used to collect all sorts of things, did great Uncle Angus. He had more junk than I have. You name it, he collected it.
What if he's left you everything?
Hey, yeah. Where does he live?
John O'Groats. Who'll be able to help me move his stuff down from John O'Groats?
Don't look at me.
Why, where will you be?
Land's End.
Well, I must go pack my overnight bag. This is fantastic. a stroke of fate, a piece of luck.
A pain in the...
Hey, Uncle
Uncle
Nasty,
Nasty.
stop it now. Ratfish, he's back. Uncle Rubbish is back. He's coming up the front path.
Hey, brilliant. Is there a lorry outside with all his wind-up gramophones in?
No. He's just carrying his own suitcase.
Oh, dear.
I'll call Uncle Nasty.
Oh, yeah, he's upstairs, soundproof in his bedroom.
Uncle Nasty! Uncle Nasty! Uncle Rubbish is back.
Welcome back, old gaffer.
Thank you very much, Ratface.
Did you have a good trip?
Oh, very pleasant, thank you.
Right, I'm all set. I've soundproofed my bedroom and ordered 12 sets of earplugs. Where are they?
Where are what, Uncle Nasty?
Uncle Angus's wind-up gramophones. He's left you.
Well, it's good news and bad news, really.
Well, what do you mean? He's either left you them, or he hasn't.
Oh, yes, he's left them to me, like he always said he would, but there is a condition.
What do you mean, lad?
He always had a good sense of humour, old Uncle Angus, and he's only letting me have his gramophones on one condition.
And what's this condition, that you're going to live up in Scotland?
No, I've got the condition in my suitcase.
What is it?
Here's his will, read it for yourself.
Give it here, lad. Where are we?
Paragraph 2.
Yes, right. I leave all my priceless collection of wind-up gramophones, plus my 2,000 records, to my dear great-nephew on one condition.
Please make it that he has to go live in Scotland.
That he learns to play the bagpipes.
You're joking.
No, so here goes. It should only take me a few months.
Oh, dear.
Oh, what a noise, Uncle Rubbish.
Oh,
Get some of your plugs out, everybody. Here we go. Well, you've just been listening to Face the Music, starring the Grumbleweeds, haven't you, Jeffrey?
Yes, Carl, Graham, Morris and Robin.
I like that, Robin and Graham. They're
Yes,
nice.
lovely people.
Face the Music was written and produced in Manchester by that lovely, lovely man.
Mike Craig.
Oh, well, lovely. He's got a lovely bobble cap, hasn't he?
Yes.
And you can hear the last in this present series of the Grumbleweeds next week at the same time. Tomorrow night at 10, one of Variety's greatest comedians, Max Miller, the cheeky chappie, is the subject of an investigation by Benny Green into a day in his life 50 years ago. Maxie and the Lost Empire, tomorrow night at 10. Around midnight, in half an hour, talks to travel writer Hugh Thomas about the city of Madrid, hears the story of the Tiller Girls, and reviews this week's new films. And on that subject, or at least the music of films, it's time now for the last in the current series of Strike a British Note. And here, looking back at the songs and music of British films, ancient and modern, is John Benson.
Thank you, and hello.